Pokeball. Trainer tips Pokemon moves use energy called Power Points. We know that. I've been trying to find more savory snacks. Dallas. You know how we were talking about berries and fruit and stuff earlier? I've been trying to find like healthy savory snacks. And again, I'm coming up with nothing. Most sort of like savory snacks I can find are all just carbs. And as a type 2 diabetic, I'm trying to avoid carbs. Okay, yeah, tackle did way more there. There was something that I found quite a while ago. Air-fried chickpeas. Apparently was like a really good replacement to popcorn, which is already, from what I remember, pretty good, but it's like you're eating chickpeas, which is like super good. And I tried it, but I didn't have like the greatest success with it. Before I challenge the Pokemon gym leader, I'll test my strength on you. Rude. Veggies and hummus? You know what, I've never had hummus, even though isn't hummus just blended up chickpeas? Quite tasty too. Easy to make. A dill hummus. Yeah, I think if anything, I definitely want to make stuff myself, because I'll be honest, one of the things I think I struggle with the most is processed and ultra-processed foods. I just have too many of it. So the more I can stick to having whole foods myself, like stuff that I prepare and make from scratch myself, I think the better. I'm trying to slowly move away from packaged stuff. So actually the fact that I had like, you know, chicken thighs and some roasted veggies, and like blackberries and stuff. Oh, finally razor leaf. Thank goodness. It was actually quite successful for me. Although, because the blackberries were so bitter, and again, it wasn't because they were like tart or sharp, they were bitter or sour. I did sprinkle like the tiniest amount of like artificial sweetener on it, just to take the edge off. Didn't have the right tools at the time. Oh, like a mandolin? Is that what they're called? Not a mandarin. That's an orange. A mandolin? One of those really thin, slicey dicey machines. The ones that take people's fingers off. And an air fryer. Yeah. What? I turned around to talk and suddenly we're fighting. A bra? What's up, Doverlord? Mandarin? Yeah, that's an orange, isn't it? Like a tiny orange? Oh, we couldn't KO it in time. Found a trainer while looking for some Pokemon. That's me. Lass Caitlin. Do I know anything about the name Caitlin? No. Don't think I've ever met a Caitlin before. Razor Leaf. If we can evolve before the gym, then we will absolutely destroy it. Yeah, I don't use my air fryer enough because I've got the instant pot with the air fryer lid, and it works. It's fine. It's just I don't have the most counter space, so I can't keep it out all the time. So it's like tucked away in a cupboard. So I just very rarely get it out and use it. The Starly survived. Wow. You know what? Let's absorb it. I think you can use Foresight with one Pokemon to identify ghost types and switch to False Swipe on ghost type Monhunts. Yeah, you can. Yeah. There's an ability as well, I think, that does the same thing. Oh, Abra tried using Teleport. Bless it. It's because it's the only move it can learn. 64. 8 squared. There's the cave. Here's a simple air fryer dish. Garlic bread topped with shredded cheese for 3 minutes. Scrappy. That sounds about right. Yeah. Yeah. Because I remember that I did a little bit of competitive in Gen 6. That was X and Y, wasn't it? And I had a Mega Kangaskhan that had Scrappy as its ability before it Mega Evolved. Super useful for like fake outs. Oh. I kind of had a mean Gen 6 team. I used to lead with a Greninja and Mat Block. And then Mega Kangaskhan Power Up Punch. That was always fun. Bum ba da bum 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 bum. Oh yeah, because Scrappy helped with that as well. Again, before you Mega Evolve and get Parental Bond, you had Scrappy, so you can power up punch like Ghost types or other Pokemon that are immune to fighting. You know what? We're gonna run from that, Starly. I just want this item. Oh, that's handy. Do we use it through the cave? Rats. No, we won't use it through the cave, because if there's any ground or rock types, we can get some experience from grass types. Oh, we are smoking these birds. Famously, the best Mega is Kangaskhan, only second to the unreleased... Ow! Only second to the unreleased Wait. Incineroar has an unreleased Mega? This is reminding me of trauma of never wanting to move in Brilliant Diamond. Always running into something or someone and could never get anywhere. Really? Sparkling new Poketch, your awkwardness as a traveller. You're still a pretty new trainer, aren't you? But it's all good. You're a new fellow friend of Pokemon, so let me make a gift of this hidden machine to you. Why you speak weird English like that? Oh, you're messing... Okay. I was gonna say, Incineroar doesn't need a new Mega, does it? Felt like every 2 steps there was a battle. Oh. The gym leader has to have the gym badge from Orberg City. If you don't have that badge, you can't make a Pokemon use the hidden move Rock Smash. You can, I do remember you can sneak around all of the trainers here. I think I do want to fight them just for the experience. Yeah, the thing is with BDSP was, that's what the Pokemon Company referred to as a faithful remake, where the community has adopted the terminology lazy port, where they essentially just took the code of the game and just gave it updated visuals. So Pokemon games back in the day, they were much more reliant on constantly grinding out experience, whereas the newer Pokemon games hand out experience like candy, and you don't really have to do that much training or battling. But in the old games, you did have to do quite a bit. Definitely doesn't need one. Yeah, I must admit, I did a little bit of competitive in Scarlet and Violet, and I am looking forward to Champions as well. But I'm not looking forward to having to deal with Incineroar again. I didn't have an Incineroar on my team before, and I'd like to keep it that way. But apparently I've heard that Incineroar is getting nerfed in Champions. The Underground to level up. Okay, I remember going to the Underground and just mining a bunch of stuff because it was fun. Diana. We can tackle our way through this. I don't know if Razor Leaf would be better. I forget if Razor Leaf is physical or special. Probably special, right? No one smiles when Incineroar is played, except Wolfie. Nah, even Wolfie doesn't. Well, I think that's just a him meme, isn't it? But yeah, it does kind of stink that there are some Pokemon that, like, are so good you just have to have them on your team. It's because no one is having fun at that point? Yeah, it's like, oh, you have to have a slot for Incineroar on your team and then work the rest of your team around it. That's just kind of boring to me. Link! Howdy, trainer! Uh-huh. Uh-oh, you don't have a single gym badge? Better do something about that. I'll take you to the Pokemon gym. Is he actually there? Baz! Huh? Someone's there. Oh, it's you, Dale. You finally got here? You're so slow, like always. But anyway, the gym leader's tough, like seriously, serious. The gym leader's this tough, I wonder how he compares to my dad. Huh? I just drifted there. Anyway, the gym leader's gone off to the coal mine. If you want to take the gym on the gym leader, you'd better go off to the mine. Oh yeah, Barry's dad is the, it's like in the Battle Frontier. Is a Frontier Brain or something like that? These vents exchange the hot air down below with the fresh air outside. Looking down them gives me the urge to start yelling into him. Hello! Scold your face. You know how Pokemon have different natures like we have different personalities? I don't think it's surprising to see Pokemon in different colours. You ever seen or heard about differently coloured Pokemon? I have! For instance, a regular Pikachu has a yellow body, correct? Well, the different coloured Pikachu has a sort of orange body. That's a lie. Shiny Pikachu is hardly any different to regular Pikachu. TMs are single use only, but HMs can be used over and over again. It's tricky trying to decide which Pokemon should learn what move. You won't stop moving. When I run around with my running shoes on, I'm the centre of attention. At least that's what it feels like. There's always someone looking at me. I can run faster than you! Everybody look at me! Roark! It's a user of Rock-type Pokemon. Don't you think Rock-type Pokemon are nice? I like how lumpy they are. Okay. Roark is our town's gym leader. Delaray! Thank you very much for the 42-month primer. Good to see you streaming. Yeah, good to see you. Good to see you. He may be young, but he keeps the mine running safely and efficiently. Roark. There's something about Roark's father as well. Isn't his father one of the Elite Four members or something? Have you seen the vents? They release steam from down below. I have. Someone else told me about them. Roark lets us train our Pokemon in the mines. They're a lot tougher, a lot. Take as many Pokemon as possible. Turtwig's got this. There are 8 gym leaders in the Sinnoh region. The objective for trainers is to get gym badges from them all. That means you have to defeat all of them in battles at their gyms. Are you catching Pokemon? Here, take this if you'd like. Wow. Balls. The Steel Gym Leader. There's a Steel Gym Leader? I can't remember Gen 4. Barry's dad is a contestant of the ruler of the Battle Tower? Yeah, I remember Barry's dad. I couldn't remember Roark's dad. Giving nicknames to Pokemon is the way to go. It makes you feel as if they're your very own. It's called Yellow. But he names our Psyduck Yellow just because of its colour. I don't understand the logic behind that. But the logic's quite simple. Psyduck isn't pink. When you trade a Pokemon, the items it holding is traded as well. It's pretty cool, huh? Means you can send an item as a gift along with your Pokemon in a trade. Byron. Sounds like a pen. Listen, do you have a Pokemon called Machop? Would you be willing to trade your Machop for my Abra? No. Oh well, I can't make you trade me, but if you change your mind, I'll be right here waiting. Pokemon obtained in a trade grows quickly, but if a Pokemon grows too much, it may ignore the trainer. Of course, it won't matter if you have lots of gym badges. They changed that mechanic in later games as well, which I think is pointless. I think if you're going to keep that, like, level restriction thing, you might as well just keep it how it is or get rid of it. I don't understand the reason as to why they implemented the change in the way it is. All Pokemon have special power called an ability. Great! The view is good from the second floor, but it's a pain going outside. If you don't mind, how about showing me a Pokemon called Geodude? Google it. My favourite Pokemon ability is my Pachirisu's Pickup. My darling picks up a lot of dropped items without me noticing. So it's a hoarder. Do we still have the statue over here? Or am I thinking of a different town? I might be thinking of a different town. Coal mining in U. Yeah, I must be thinking of a different town. Oh, this is the mines. Let's go in the Pokemon Center. We are in Orberg. Which I think isn't too bad for 2 hours of gameplay. Cool, you have a Versus recorder. So did you go to the global terminal in Jubilife? Did you? Did you? Wait, we can... No, because I don't have a gym badge. They turned me away. Oh, hello, right this way, please. Uh-oh. I'm glad to meet you. My name is Tila, and I'm your guide to the Pokemon Wi-Fi Club. First, I need to give you this. Ah! So I can register all of my non-existent pals. You may register your friends in it. If I had them. Once registered, you may link with those friends over Nintendo Wi-Fi. About that. Understood. What or who is this Team Galactic? They make wonderful claims of a dream energy source on one hand, but rumor has it they steal Pokemon from others by force. It's a mystery. They're mysterious. Isn't anyone investigating them? Maybe Mr. Looker is. I hope in Wiwa we actually get a cool criminal organization again. Also, does anyone else believe that in Platinum, I can't remember if it was the same in Brilliant Diamond or in Diamond and Pearl, but once Heart Gold and Soul Silver were announced, everyone started apparently looking at the Pokemon games and being like, of course it was hinted, because if you look at the Pokemon, look at the Pokeball in the middle of the Pokemon Center. The top is gold and the bottom is silver. What is your favorite kind of trainer? Can you tell me? What kind of trainer would you like to be? I'm gonna get 4 choices. Bug catcher. Others may come to see you the same way. I'll just talk to you later. Alright, thanks. Switch on the PC at any Pokemon Center, connect to someone's PC and access the Pokemon storage system. That's all you need to do to store and bring out your Pokemon. Yeah, I've not been playing much games outside, or at all, I should say. But yeah, I've been enjoying Pokopia. Like I said, I haven't had much time to grind it out and really play it as much as I'd like, but it's a lot of fun. Really good game. Rourke is our town's gym leader. Maybe, oh, we've already spoken to this guy. He's only got one thing to tell us. Natural time capsules buried many, many years ago. That's what fossils are. Kind of, I suppose. You remind me so much of the time I got my first Pokemon. Great. I always have a rotten time trying to decide which moves my Pokemon should learn. Get better. Hi, your Pokemon could use some toughening up. Why not try training in the Orberg Mine? Get lost. Cappen's perfect. Enjoying all the Pokopia memes. I don't think I've seen that many of them. Like, memes at least. Your Pokemon's eyes are twinkling brightly. Seeing that makes me happy. Here, I want you to have this. Wow, that's a great ball. You know how Pokemon stay inside their Pokeballs? I try to think about what would be the best Pokeballs for them. Me too, buddy. I wish I was working on the house, but I've hit a snag with working on the house. And so at the moment, I'm just planning on working on the house. And eventually I will work on the house. I'm being intentionally vague so that I don't have a mental breakdown. The Orberg Mine is operated with the utmost care. We avoid causing any damage to natural habitats of Pokemon. Coal is carried out of the Orberg Mine on a fully automated system. Machines do all the work automatically, so it's all very easy. I do like automation systems. I'm still waiting for Odd Sparks to come to Switch. I want to play that game on the Switch, or at least Switch 2. I also still haven't finished playing, and nor have I touched since I showed it to you guys, Little Rocket Lab. This is a dead end, isn't it? There's like a ledge in the grass. Oh wait, can't we catch Tyranitar on Larvitar here? Matchup! Maybe that's a, I just remember shiny hunting for it here. But maybe that was a, an outbreak only Pokemon. Are you gonna fight me? Slope's too slippery, you'll need a bike to get up. But you don't have a bicycle, there's a cycle shop in Eterna City. Not here? Wonder why. I could have sworn I've shiny hunted for Larvitar here in BDSP. Because I remember getting a chain going with the Poké Radar. Mining must take a strong mind, not just a tough body. Think about it, you're in darkness, digging desperately through rock. I'm not. It's a little far from here, but there's a city called Eterna. But a curious person named the Underground Man lives there. Name like that, he must be an authority on the underground. You don't say. Whoa, so this is coal? I've never expected something this big. And that colour really is as black as they say. They really just have a giant chunk of coal in the museum? But 3 AM my time to take my kid and his wife to the airport for their flight home after our trip? How was Japan? I'm very jealous. My anxiety could never. Pokemon that carries this must be terribly strong. Well, how about that? The Orberg Mine extends under the seafloor. Really? History of Orberg Mine, you could call it a history of the effort and friendship between people and Pokemon. Yeah, I thought this was the guy that was, revives fossils. Welcome to Orberg Mining Museum. Thank you. Bye. Alright, let's go into mines. We yearn for them. Everyone's proud of the mine. They're digging for coal under the sea as we speak. It's amazing how they do it. Wow, look at all that coal. Chop, chop, ma chop. Chop, chop away on rocks. Needed voice acting. You're taking a tour of our coal mines? Wonderful, that's excellent of you. It's always good to learn about new things and broaden your horizons. Alright, what's the television flashing at me? Sinnoh Now, that is it. The one you've all been waiting for. It's time for Sinnoh Now, your portal to what's hip and happening in Sinnoh. Here's the first story on the cutting edge of Sinnoh trends. My daddy's a big shot at the TV station, so I get to be on TV. Nepotism. Tell you about the nature of Pokemon. Pokemon with the modest nature likes to dry poffins. I'm not lying. I bought 102 dry poffins and tested it myself. Also, I like hot milk. See ya. Higher up, same road. Gotcha. Okay. So my memory only half failed. Where's Lil Machop? Pig you? Pig you, buddy! Went back to spring weather and the Sakura Festival was wonderful. I did over 13,000 steps for the first few days. Got to Nintendo Tokyo and Pokemon Center in Akihabara. That was something. This pile of dirty sand is called a slag heap. Whoa, buddy. You can't talk about people like that these days, alright? That's not okay. People take offense. Well, actually, I think people took offense to that term back then as well. I don't think it's, yeah, still not socially acceptable. There's no question. This is hard work, but working alongside Pokemon, it gives me a boost somehow. Here, take one of these. Nice. Feeling hale and hearty puts a smile on my face, and that makes me happy. Hale and hearty. To Kyoto, just beautiful. Yeah, I'm still very jealous. Oh! We fight. But that's cool. I'm glad you had an awesome trip. Bum, bum, bum. Alright, Cappen's nearly level 15. We can evolve before the gym, for sure. And then we'll absolutely trounce it. We just might have difficulties at the next gym. It's a grass-type gym, right, Eterna? Bloop. Oh, no evolution yet. Bum. Definitely you're gonna run into lots of Pokemon down here. Didn't get lots of experience, but we should have hit 16. Do. Compared to my trip 30 years ago. From whenever I've spoken about traveling to Japan before, a lot of people just say that it's a very English-friendly country as is. Just like signposts and stuff and stores are all like very English-friendly. Seabomb. Hi, Cece. Otherwise, the strongest grass physical move you'll get through the game, through level up, is Razor Leaf. Ew. Everyone that works in the coal mine keeps their own Pokemon with them. You may be challenged to battles. Cool. I found what I thought were some rocks, and then they started moving. They were Pokemon that just looked like little rocks. Bro kicked a Geodude. Whoa. Rock Snake. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be breeding ourselves a new Turtwig. I might not even keep my Turtwig through the whole the whole game. This might be one game where I drop my starter. Apparently I needed a morning nap. Well, to be fair, you haven't missed much. We've mostly just... I don't know, it's early game Gen 4. It's not very exciting. We got called a slag. That happened. Met these Machop on Route 207. They now become my trusted partners. Do. Also, no shiny. Trying to get Cap'n to evolve before we fight Rourke. Not that I think we need to, but it'd just be cool. I get it, because why is he slow and got good moves? I don't know, it's normally I keep my starter with me, but maybe it would be just different to abandon them for a change. But also Earthquake, so... Already I missed my copy of Pearl. Pearl is the one that I don't own. I've got Diamond and Platinum, but I'm missing Pearl, and I'm just not in a position at the minute to buy video games, sadly. My budget is so damn strict right now. For like a year, maybe. One Pot Ion. Oh! Pokemon. Do I want to fight Zubat? Not really. Do. There's Rourke. I have the exact same problem. A ton of my games on my PlayStation wishlist are on sale, but I can't. Yeah. I'm just like, you know what? I've got plenty of games to play if I want to. You know, games that I've not even touched, or games that I want to continue playing. I don't really need to be buying new games at the moment, but then I get hit with FOMO. I mean, I don't particularly have FOMO for Pokemon Pearl, but it'd be nice to like add to my collection, because I'm trying to collect every single boxed Pokemon game. I am missing some pricey ones like Crystal, and for some reason Sapphire. Sapphire is super expensive. But I've got like Ruby and Emerald, which is pretty cool, and I've got Gold and Silver. In fact, that might be the only Pokemon games that I'm like boxed Pokemon games. Oh no, Puzzle League or Puzzle League Challenge for Game Boy Color. I grew up with that game, but I think getting a box copy of that is ridiculous as well. But yeah, that's just stuff where, like I said, I'd like to complete my collection for those things and have the physical games, but it's just going to keep getting more and more expensive. And at the moment, it's not a necessity. I was easily forced to comply. Oof. Yeah, Dialga's cooler. Stand back and watch this using the hidden move Rock Smash. A boulder blocking your way gets wrecked. Fallen boulders need to be smashed so they're out of the way. If you could get the badge from a gym in town, you'd be able to do this too. Of course, you'd have to beat the gym leader first. That'd be me. Runs away. Okay, buddy. Fine, alrighty then. Just a quick battle on my break. Colin? Yeah, I at the moment I'd like to get Leaf Green and Fire Red on the Switch as well, but I'm gonna hold off on that. Oh, that's a point. I have, I believe, 2 cartridges of Leaf Green, but I don't have a box copy, and I don't have a box copy of Fire Red either. I don't even have a copy of Fire Red. So those are missing from my collection. Oh, your copy was stolen? Yikes. Oof. Steal it back. Wait, we hit level 16 and we didn't evolve! It might be up to like 18 that we have to get to evolve. Oh! We took one step. We're just running from this guy. I feel like we're easily gonna trounce Rourke. Oh, that's okay. I might use the repel here. No, I don't know, I kinda wanna evolve, but I don't wanna grind. We might hit 17 by the time we get out. Because we are still getting a decent chunk from these Pokemon, and they are quite frequent. There we go. Still no lucky egg. More of an unlucky egg.